Last weekend, my team won arguably the most prestigious Street Fighter team tournament in history, the Sajam Slam Finals, hosted by Twitch rivals at TwitchCon Live with a $50,000 prize pool. Here we are lifting up the trophy with my teammates in the background, Scarra, RedRiotRoss, Huntress, and Lily. For those of you that don't know what the Sajam Slam is, I've made a few videos on it so far with our progress kind of documented, but there were 6 teams, only 4 of us made it to the playoffs. Each team has a designated coach. Obviously, I am the coach of my team, Team Nephew. And then there's 4 more players on each team kind of designated by skill bracket, and the players in each tier kind of just play the people in their skill bracket. So for this video today, I am going to show you guys the improvements that my teammates made, how we actually got to where we are today. You know, I think every single one of my players besides me, I guess, I probably didn't improve that much because I've been playing Street Fighter for a while, but each of these 4, and I think the 3 or 4 weeks that we had together since they were assigned to my team, they made very noticeable improvements that I can actually like explain what happened. But yeah, at the beginning, my players were not looking like a championship team. 2 of them, Lily and Scarra, couldn't react to DIs, which is pretty important, and Scarra was getting hit with stuff like this.
That reaches me? I can't. I thought I would be able to. Oh, man.
You're supposed to jump when Zangief runs at you full screen. But in all seriousness, all of my teammates put in an insane amount of effort and like really wanted to learn and grind, and like you can see the improvements, and I'm going to talk about them and watch their matches. And they all actually contributed to us winning, which is really cool. Like every single win that people got in the round robin phase actually mattered because we ended in a 3-way tie. If any of us lost a single more time, we would have not been tied. So, you know, Scarra might not have gotten some wins in the playoffs bracket, but he got some wins in the round robin phase. And then Ross got a huge win over Roy in this match here. Huntress and Lily got wins here, and obviously the grand finals, we'll see who gets the wins there. I'm not going to try and spoil it too much if you guys want to see what happens when we watch the matches. But yeah, that's the plan for the video today. We're going to go through each of the improvements each player had to make in order to get to the wins that actually let us win the tournament. Then we're going to see how those improvements shaped up in their gameplay at the finals, even if it didn't actually get them the wins. And at the end, I guess we'll watch my match too. Why not? So before we get into it, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel out a lot. And let's get into first LilyPichu's improvements over the past 3 or 4 weeks. So one thing, as I mentioned earlier, Lily and Scarra couldn't really react to DIs at first, obviously because it takes some time to build up the muscle memory to do so, but it is extremely important to be able to DI back when your opponent DIs. And here's Lily practicing it and maybe going a little bit crazy.
If he DIs, DI back. If he DIs, DI back. DI back. Yeah. DI back. DI back if he DIs back. If he DIs, DI back. If he DIs, DI back. DI, DI. DI, 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 DI. DI, DI. DI, 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 DI. If he DIs, just DI back. I did it! I did it! I did it! Fuck yes! Fuck yeah! DI back when he DIs. If he DIs, DI back.
Another thing she wasn't able to really do was command grab consistently. She's playing on classic on a leverless controller. It's one of maybe the hardest inputs to do. And the way she was doing it, which was basically using like 3 different fingers to tap the direction keys, I think that way is just really inconsistent. The way I do it is sliding, and that's the way she's going to do it now. I had suggested it a bit earlier, but her buttons were a bit tall, so it was kind of hard. But I think Sajam was the one that I actually suggested that she get a glove to, I think it reduces the friction, which I wasn't aware of.
I used to do command grab like this, right? And it was hurting my hand because I had to, you have to time it so, oh, I can't even do it. And then someone was like, you should do da-da-da-da, like with your right hand instead, right? Da-da-da-da. But now I just slide. It's so much easier. What the fuck?
Another thing that we had to work on really early on was her like being able to recognize really unsafe moves and punish with crouch fierce, and also being able to block jump ins, because she was just holding crouch block. She didn't really recognize like when the opponent's in the air, you have to let go of down and stand block. So here is us practicing it right here. She misses the punish there. You can she gets the block on the cross up. She doesn't get it there. She's still crouching right there. But she definitely had to get a lot better at this and start anti-airing as part of her improvement. Yeah, so she couldn't really tell that like jump-ins are overheads, and that's why she didn't really understand how to block these scenarios. And then the last thing I wanted to highlight for her was that initially, like Saikuno for instance would just keep mashing jab, like meaty jab on her wake up, and she didn't really know what to do. So adding in invincible options like drive reversal and super into her game definitely elevated her ability to get out of situations, and it led to moments like this.
No, I'm gonna die! Am I?
No! Wait.
Oh, that's so sad, Tony. No. Oh no. Sometimes when I wake up, I can do my super, and like, you know, you gotta be careful about that, okay?
I see.
So as you can see there, she was being nice to a fellow beginner player and explaining that she could do wake up super in order to beat his meaty. All right, but now let's actually get into the match. Can she put it all into use, all of her improvements over the past month basically of her playing? So here she is going up against Serotina from Team Shine. We knew Shine was like a 50-50 possibility of playing against. We thought Brian F was the most likely other one since their team seemed really strong, but they, you know, kind of got messed up by, I guess, a laggy setup. You can see her going for command grab right there. I think that's something that Diaphone kind of drilled into her as well, into the practice. And Serotina actually started neutral jumping, which was really good on her wake up because Lily was trying to command grab her. She gets the combo, gets the Oki. Goes for the jump splat and just needs one more into the kill right here, and one more EX does it. Another thing she got a lot better at was kind of managing her win stocks and being more patient. Instead of, she kind of immediately used to do the EX win stock or EX spire, but now she like waits in case the opponent jumps, or just in case they're gonna do something that'll interrupt it. Spire, get the wind, gets out of there, gets some more wind. So you can really see the strategy in her gameplay. A throw that was gonna be a crouch fierce if Serotina neutral jumped as well. That's something Lily practiced. She does still do wake up DPs, even though Lily's DP is not invincible. I guess it works out. A lot of the time it actually worked out a lot this set. And Lily's windstock DP is actually 4 frames, so it's not too bad. It's the same as waking up jab. And you get the big command grab right here. You can see the command grabs are extremely consistent right here. I'm not sure what she tried there, but she gets the punish. EX command grab for the big damage. And she just needs like one good hit here. She thought she was in throw range, but you can see that's awareness from Lily, right? That she knows that she has to try and tech the throw when they get close, but it was just a little bit out of range, and the wake up DP actually works out for her, and she condor spires in again, and you can see some clean gameplay from Lily right here. Basically the only advice I gave to Lily right here was that since Serotina was like jumping on her wake up every time, like don't go for command grabs on her wake up, but you can go for them when you're doing like the resets, like after the win stocks. And then also to keep jumping at her when she's drive rushing, because obviously checking the drive rush is like the correct thing to do. So that's why I'm telling her here, but jumping is just going to be the easy answer for like a newer player, right? So you can see her start the round with jump in case it's a drive rush. EX through the fireball, gets a dive, gets some more wind because she knows she needs a wind. And she knows she has to do that meaty. She's a bit inconsistent at like hit confirming that like jab into like the light kick into the stand light punch. I mean, I feel like that's a bit more advanced, honestly. So it's understandable that that's something she has to work on. That's part of her flowchart, right? The wake up drive reversal, you can see her getting her off of the Aki off of her, and she's just backing up, right? She doesn't want to be in the corner. And then she counter spires in, dives again. She just needs one more hit. No anti-air, but she just needs one more good hit right here. She's got her drive gauge back, just needs a dive, and she gets it right there. Gets the win, EX. She does get some input errors. I'm sure you've seen her do like accidental level 2s. I'm not sure if that one was on accident or not, or if she just meant to try and wake up with it. But a lot of the times when she gets nervous, especially, she'll mash the buttons a little bit. So that's just something she'll have to like pay attention to more as she's playing. But you can see her offense is just basically like perfect, right? Like she really understands what's going on. And I think here she was honestly kind of panicking. She really wants that last hit for the kill, and you can kind of see it. She didn't even have win. She just went in, but you know, she just needed that one hit, and that's gonna do it for her. And you can see her pretty happy. I mean, she should be. She played really good. So next up on our team, we've got Scarra. I think early on, the things that he really had to improve on were anti-airs and DI reactions, because otherwise you can't really stop the opponent from getting in on you. And kind of the more advanced things he started doing was hit confirming the stand heavy punch better, because that was actually really core to his game plan. And also actually drive rush combos. He didn't actually think he could do drive rush combos in the beginning, like a medium punch into driver. So you can see there he doesn't have the DI reactions yet. He tries to DI a jump in. Obviously you should be trying to crouch fierce that. No anti-air there either. And yeah, you can see he's just not really comfortable at anti-airing. The stand heavy punch reactions are not there yet, and the DI reactions too. And here is actually him explaining that drive rush combos he thinks are going to be really hard for him to do. An easy combo is like this into whatever, so you can loop this into super. So you can just
loop that. You don't understand that execution is going to be like not a problem for me, especially when it does the drive gauges. It is difficult.
Yeah, I think maybe it'll take some time, but it's very easy, honestly, if you get the hang of it.
Oh god. Oh, he said it was very okay. No. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That is not.
Yeah, so maybe I underestimated how hard drive rush cancel combos are for new players, but I think he overestimated it too, because he does actually get the hang of it pretty close in this match, actually. All right, so here he is up against Catlink, Modern Ken. The big things DIing the Dragon Lash. He was having trouble, so they're 1-1. He won the first time. The second time, I think he was trying to parry too much, so he wasn't actually DIing, reacting the Dragon Lashes. He just kept parrying, and obviously Dragon Lashes plus, so you can't really do much about it. But the issue, I think, was that he started burning out, and I wasn't really too sure what was happening, because obviously DI is only one bar, right? But I guess the drive reversal there burned him out, and then Catlink had I think this new pressure with Jinrai and Dragon Lash that really makes it not good to go into burnout, right? So I think that was a good adjustment from her to learn. If Scarra actually goes into burnout, being able to take advantage of it. Missed the anti-air there. No reaction on the Dragon Lash, but he did get a few the first round, right? There, wake up DI actually. After the command grab, he pretty much always goes for this driver stand heavy punch. He caught the jump out right with that combo. Normally he goes for command grab because like he hasn't really been in the lab, right, with some better combos. Like normally you would want to do like crouch medium punch to catch the jump, or a jab combo. Actually good reaction for him to not press anything, because it's actually hard to DI after that, because you might accidentally get the heavy punch target combo, which you don't want. So tied up 1-1 in rounds. Honestly, I feel like he was playing really clean here. The reactions to Dragon Lash were way better than the second set that they had played. But Catlink was also just playing really good, right? Gets a nice combo right here. You can see he got the driver's combo, right? A little bit early. I think you have to delay for this, and he gets, look at this, he got the driver's combo, but he's mashing too hard that he cancels the spin. He cancels the spin, and then the super comes out afterwards, and now he's burned out, and this is just not a good position to be in. But I've literally never seen him hit the full driver's combo into super, but I really felt like he was about to get it. Watching him play right there, I thought he was about to get it. All right, so here I'm basically telling him, try not to go in burnout, right? I wasn't exactly sure what was causing him to go into burnout. Obviously the DIs is part of it, but he has to keep doing that. So I think the driver's cancels and probably the drive reversals are things he has to stop doing in order to make sure that he can have that resource for drive impact. So you can see he's not hit confirming on block, right? the stand heavy punch, he's actually getting the confirm if it hits or not, which is not hard to do because I think it's a 29 frame hit confirm, which is crazy that it's that long, but it is like a pretty skillful thing for a new player to be able to do, I think. And you can see the parries on the fireball. He also used to like walk back a lot during the fireballs, but now he's doing a good job of like blocking and also perfect parrying some of them. But you can see he also burned out again right here, I think from a drive rush cancel, I'm not sure. But good jump. You want to try and get out. He also wasn't sure what to do about the Jin rides. I told him after you block the Jin ride into low, you can just jump and try and get away from the follow-up pressure. But yeah, honestly, it was looking rough because Cat Link was playing amazing. Like she had some new stuff, and you know, she was just playing really well, I think. So you know, it's hard to prepare for an opponent that changes this much, you know. When they improve this much, it's not really your own player's fault. It's really just you gotta try your best to prepare. But you see the DI reaction here, amazing reaction from Scarra. Goes for the driver fierce, but you can see here she jumps again, and that's kind of the big thing with like him not being able to do jab combos. So basically Scarra really hates the lab, right? He doesn't like crouch. He's not able to learn like the crouch medium punch combos with links or the jab, like jab into the low special, because he doesn't like practicing that much. He'd rather just play the game, which is, you know, completely understandable to me. He gets anti-aired there in the end. So I think he played really well, honestly. You know, I personally have no problem with someone that doesn't really like labbing if they just want to play. Like, that's how a lot of people get better. But, you know, one person in particular in my team didn't really like that Scarra doesn't lab.
But you know what's really bad? It's that people are getting super addicted to WoW. And, like, I really want to play, but I can't. I have to play Street Fighter.
You have to play Street Fighter. If I saw you playing WoW today and tomorrow, I will be so upsetty spaghetti, because I am on your team, mister, and you need to win your games, okay? We need to try extra hard, and we need to do as much as we can before Twitch Rivals, because at least then I can see that we tried our best. Not Scarra playing fucking World of Warcraft or whatever the fuck. Your raids can wait, okay? Street Fighter is your life now. I need you to practice your Manon matchups against Jury and Ken and whoever else is like the contender for Saturday, okay? I need you to put on your A game, Scarra. I don't want to drink myself to death on Saturday, so please play Street Fighter. Go lab. There's no way you think you're mechanically that gifted enough, or you feel like you don't have to lab anymore. No, fuck you. Even the best players lab, and they do repetition, and that's how you get better, and that's how you will get better if you just lab. So go to the lab, practice your fucking Manon shit, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be washed. You're gonna be packing my fries in your fucking McDonald's bag. Go lab! Play Street Fighter! Are you there? Hello? Hello?
All right, so next up we have Ross, and obviously the better players are going to have like more specific things to improve on. But like Ross and Huntress still did have very like identifiable and noticeable things that they got better at. And I think for Ross, the big three things were taking Oki on knockdowns, and hit confirming jabs into Sobat or like the flash kick, and also having better anti-air. So we're gonna take a look at one of his matches from the first day, I think, that I coached him. Okay, so he's the green one right here. Good anti-air there, actually. He has good anti-airs with charge in the beginning, but if he doesn't have charge, he didn't really have the back heavy kicks or the air-to-airs, you know. You can see him standing up. He's not really able to anti-air there. Yeah, you can see him not really going for the dash Oki. He went for like a weird safe jump instead. Yeah, instead of the jabs going into a Sobat right there, he just kind of wasn't sure what to do. Like, he was kind of autopiloting what he does after the jabs without realizing if it hit or not. Good bait on the flash kick right there. Then he just goes back in zones. He doesn't take his Oki right there. He doesn't like dash and drive rush and get a mix up. And I feel like he was giving up a lot of actually potential like offense, right? He just goes back to neutral, plays honest, which is not how DJ is supposed to be playing. Nice flash kick when he does have the charge again, but when he doesn't, it was a bit lacking. But yeah, here we go into their actual match. I think Ross actually beat Fumi the last time they played, but obviously she made some adjustments as well, so it's not going to be free. And I think he actually plays his matchup pretty well. Like, he's really aggressive. DI against that to try and catch her off guard. Get some good damage right here. Goes for the pressure. And I think with something Fumi did a lot was she started jumping, which caught a lot of like Ross's offense, because he kind of just went in immediately with drive rushes and sobats. And because like they weren't like exactly tight, you can see that the jump catches a drive rush right there. And right here, he's kind of just getting chipped out, right? There's a level 2 on deck. He gets in. And he gets hit with a command grab, which is just honestly kind of rough. Like, not much you can really do there because you're expecting to get chipped out. So you have to be kind of really ready for that. But yeah, great adjustment from Fumi. I think Shine probably told her like he likes to drive rush in a lot. You can just neutral jump, and then he probably won't be ready with the anti-air. And he gets through. Isn't able to actually clean up. Misses actually the jab confirm right there. And actually she gets a jump in once again. And nice anti-air from her right there too. Yeah, so I'm basically telling him, yeah, she's neutral jumping a lot. Try and like when you're drive rushing in, don't autopilot your offense and try and get that anti-air, right? But he's still gonna have to get through the zoning at first. I also told him to throw some more fireballs if she's just jumping a lot, right? Because then she's not able to actually zone him as much if she's just jumping. And you can see he's actually going for the offense there, which is the big adjustment, right? A lot of the times before, he would just back up after getting that back throw and go for fireballs, but he really needs to take advantage, especially against JP. Unluckily, she was doing a lot of amnesias and he was just guessing wrong. And that neutral jump strategy was really working on him. I think it's really hard to adjust in a first hit too, for like, you know, a low master level player. But I think if not for that, this set definitely would have been a lot closer. I think that was definitely catching him a lot. Misses the soba again, but you could see the idea, right? That he was gonna hit confirm right there. Oh, tried to parry the fireball, and he tried to EX fireball, but previously I don't think he could block this, and we actually labbed a little bit of each matchup. He's actually able to get the block right there on the level 2. Throw some good fireballs. He's gonna get his drive gauge back. That's why you can see him waiting there a little bit. The Soba goes into the pressure once again. Actually baits it out. Misses the combo right here though. He also wasn't really DIing a lot when people were burned out. So I had to kind of remind him early on to just go for the stun early, right? Goes for the chip right here. I think she could have amnesia'd. I think that was the right decision from her. But luckily she went for the level 1. I feel like amnesia is like more of a high level player kind of thing to think about. And you can see him going back to the zoning, taking in my advice, right? Because the jump ins were kind of killing him. And then he goes in when he thinks that she's going to adjust. You see the jab confirm right there. So he was playing a lot better this game. I think maybe the first game he was a bit nervous. Kind of a bad heavy fireball there. That's another one of his bad habits, I think, is like throwing too many heavy fireballs when they're a bit closer. Good anti-air there, good weight. But unlucky, just gets hit with a DI right there, and it's just rough right now because he's burned out. He's trying to level 2. You can see him buffering through a fireball, and she just keeps amnesiaing him. So I think if he had another set, there's definitely things he could adjust. Same thing with Scarra, right? I told them both, like they can definitely win the sets if they account for like these little small adjustments. And I think that like us being in winners, even if we ended up losing the set, I feel like they still could have won their sets, because it's just like those small things that they're doing. If they take a little bit more time and think about how to counter them, they would actually do a lot better. And last up, we have Huntress, our highest level player on our team besides me. You can see she's at 1500 MR. I think this is, yeah, the first round robin. She's playing against Infernasu. She was really worried about this Akuma matchup early on, so we practiced it a lot, like my Akuma against her. And she ended up winning this set, I think, and losing the other one. But I think actually the mistakes she made from this set, she learned a lot more from. And the first thing is going into burnout. She would kind of like get uncomfortable, especially in the corner with like less than 3 bars, like 2.5 bars. She would go for a drive rush cancel because she really just wants to get out. But in that situation, you just don't really want to burn out, because that's kind of the way you can lose the round, right? You might as well just not like avoid trying to give your opponent that chance to turn it all around. And it actually does happen here. Infernasu gets a stun. She's not dead yet, but there's another mix-up happening right here. And I think I think she said she missed her level 1 actually, so she actually would have won. And another thing that kept happening was that like it's just a thing about this matchup that's really hard to anti-air Akuma with Chun, but specifically when she dry rushes, a lot of the time she would not get the right anti-air when they did air fireball. So that was another thing that she tried to fix when they're doing the air fireball, getting like recognizing that and getting like a good punish on the jump, and either delaying the Tenjo kicks or getting a grounded button. So I actually wasn't able to coach her the first game, and I didn't really see what happened, honestly, because I had to go plug in my stick. But basically the things I said was like, keep fireball drive rushing, keep your offense up, like don't let him like dictate the pace of the match, because the last time they played, she just kept fireball drive rushing, and it worked out. So that was a bad burnout. It's not completely out of her system quite yet, but I think she's gotten a lot better. Especially if she's not nervous, I think she would be thinking about it a bit more. And good offense right there with the plus frames after the lightning legs. And you could see the anti-airs right on the Akuma stuff. The Tenjo kicks were really good, because she normally does stand medium kick anti-air, but I think on Akuma, like that'll lose a lot more, right? And here she low-key she could have killed, so actually she should have gone into burnout right there, but it's hard to tell, right? I'm not sure who was plus there, honestly. I think it might have been 0, and they weren't really sure either. You can see the perfect parries and the hit confirm, I think, so that was really good from her. Yeah, a bit awkward angle on that jump EX fireball. Yeah, couldn't really get the Tenjo kicks out in time there. Oh, went for a DI. I think she's getting a bit impatient, but luckily Infernasu does the same thing. And you can see her parries, I feel like, got a lot better too from when I was initially playing her. EX DP out of Infernasu, but now he's close to burnout, right? The teleport as well. I used to always hit her. She was trying to parry the teleport. This was just unlucky. She tried to check it, but it just went through. So that's just some Akuma privilege, I guess. And she should be dead right here with a combo. Yes, sir. So Infernasu not going down without a fight, obviously. Also a really strong player in their division. Their team's, you know, in grand finals after all, so he's gotten some good wins. Nice. Hits the landing frames right there. Goes for the throw. Nice hit confirmed there. She is close to burnout though, so ideally she's a bit more careful. And she doesn't spend any drive gauge here. Baits out the DP because she saw him do a drive reversal and I think like an EX DP before. So she baits it out correctly right there. And she just needs one more round here. Fireball goes for the drive rush and gets the Tenjo kicks actually on that time. So you can see, I don't think she actually had to delay that time, but you know, she would have actually gotten it, I'm sure. Gets hit right here into the level 3. but she's still got a lot of drive gauge. She's got level 3 coming up. So she just needs one hit. So that's all she's really looking for right here. Nice anti-air from her right there. Goes for the drive rush. Really hard anti-air right there. I'm not sure what that tensile kicks was. You know, just huge nerves spaghetti right here. After here, I think after the first lightning leg, she could have actually chipped. And she could have just canceled the second one too into level 3. But either way, she's able to get the chip out and ties it up 2-2 for our team. So yeah, I didn't really think that I was gonna play. Obviously, I thought it was a possibility, but yeah, the Cat Link and Fumi just had really good adjustments in their game plan that I couldn't obviously really prepare Scarra and Ross for, like the neutral jumps out of Fumi and the burnout pressure from Cat Link, and also her neutral jumps on his command grabs. Like, I can't really know that they're gonna change up their game plan that drastically, which is really cool, honestly, that like all the players are grinding that much. But here, I just need the level 1 to burn him out. I want to get back some drive gauge in case he does a level 1, so I do a few more like little hits, and then I go for it. If he decides to do the level 1, I'm still not burned out, you know, but he decides not to spend it right there. And if you guys are wondering how the input lag was, it was like slightly laggy, but it wasn't like crazy. It was probably like a 60 hertz monitor is what it felt like. I got the DI right there, and like our gameplay doesn't look like it was that laggy either. Like Shine gets all of his DPs. He only drops like 1 combo. I don't think I drop anything. Yeah, but this round just started dropping frames, I think. So he gets the fireball drive rush. Obviously, I gotta try and perfect parry that or jump over it. The flickers and the fireballs are obviously what make this a bit tricky for Jury, but the dive kick can kind of negate that a little bit. Get the pressure right there. I went for, I think, a delay throw there. I'm not really sure why. I think maybe I was scared of, maybe I was scared of backdash. Yeah, that's probably what I was scared of. Nice super like forward heavy punch there. When he burns out here, I'm not really sure if that was the thing to do. I tried a delay jab right there, but I think I hit it too late because of the input lag, and he actually closes it out. Really good jump back there. Obviously, he doesn't want to like get close to me right there because a side switch just might lose him the round. And good perfect parry right there. He knows that I like to do that. Lucky that hit the jab, but he shouldn't be trying to check drivers with jab anyways. He should be trying to check it with crouch light kick. So optimal punish right here for the level 1. Might as well spend 1 bar to get the closeout on the round, because I'm gonna get the level 3 anyways. That's like, at the end of the day, that's what's important, right? Get the stand heavy kick. And here he just, I think, goes a bit too hard trying to get this level 2, and I'm able to get the burnout right here. But it's still okay because he has so much life, and it's kind of hard for me to approach still, especially since he has a level 3. And he actually wakes up level 1 here. He actually might have just lost if I blocked that, but obviously I'm not going to expect that, right? But I get the drive rush, he gets the anti-air, and he gets his meter back. So, you know, the burnout wasn't really too bad for him. If I blocked that level 1 though, he was dead though. And then I wake up super right here. I just gotta make something happen. So, like, it's not a bad risk for me to take. I have that little life. I might as well just try. And then I go for the driver's jab here in case he wakes up level 1 or EXDP. It would lose to parry, so it's really just a 50-50. Is he gonna parry or is he gonna DP? If he parries, I gotta grab. If he does DP, I gotta jab. So it's just a 50-50 there, and luckily I guessed right. And we actually end up winning the Sajam Slam. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm really happy with how my team turned out. Like, they were all really cool, and you know, I'm just really happy they were so passionate about trying to improve and get like better at Street Fighter. You know, at the end of the day, I didn't really care too much about winning. I just cared like making TwitchCon I felt like would be cool so that I could meet them all in person, and also obviously it would be fun to play on stage. But other than that, I didn't really care too much about winning more than just having fun learning the game and trying to improve. And I think all of them still have some interest in playing some Street Fighter, so I'm down to like, you know, coach them some more, maybe in a future Sajam Slam. Definitely hope that Sajam does another one of these for Street Fighter soon, hopefully. But yeah, it was such a sick experience seeing everybody in person. My first TwitchCon, it was really a crazy experience, you know, just seeing so many people that I didn't really think I would ever meet before. And yeah, hopefully this makes more people want to get into Street Fighter, because it really shows how much you can improve in like 3 or 4 weeks, because these guys, they put in a lot of insane dedicated time and effort into improving. You know, obviously I helped a little bit, you know, maybe my coaching, my guidance, who's to say, but definitely their dedication, like if you put in as much time and effort as they did, like you can probably improve just as much. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you to everyone part of the Sajam Slam for being so cool. Thank you to Sajam for inviting me. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments of my team, of the Sajam Slam in general. Leave a like down below if you like the video. Leave a subscribe as well. A lot of you guys watch the videos but aren't subscribed, so go ahead and do that. Helps the channel out a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.